Good evening, students. In continuation with problem 2 on time cost trade-off, here is problem 3 on the same topic. Okay, so this problem has a lot of combinations as you proceed in the stages. So I thought this will be really giving a lot of clarity to this concept. Okay, so let us proceed with the problem. Here they have given us 5 activities and their normal data, normal time, normal cost, crash time, crash cost data are given to us. Okay, and the indirect cost is assumed to be taken as 110 rupees per day. Okay, so this is the data given to us. So as usual, we will start with calculating the cost slope. Okay, so the cost slope of each of the activities are calculated here, which is delta C by delta T, expressed as so many rupees per day. Okay, so this is the data with respect to cost slope. And how do we start with the problem? We start with calculating what is the initial direct cost, okay, direct normal cost of the project by adding up all the normal cost values of individual activities. So if you add all these 5 activities normal cost value, that is going to be the initial direct cost, which works out to be 1160 rupees. Okay, right. Next we will go for doing the CPM analysis. So to find out what is the initial normal time of completion of the project. So when you conduct the CPM analysis, we find that the target of the project is 14 days and the critical path is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And the non-critical path activities, 2 non-critical activities, 2, 4 and 1, 3, each have a total float of 1 day, okay, which is represented here. So the direct cost for 14 days of completion, the initial direct cost for 14 days of completion is 1160 rupees. Okay, so this is the initial input to the problem. Next, we will go for preparing the square network for 14 days. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4 is the critical path, which is represented as a horizontal line here. Then 2, 4 and 1, 3 are activities with a total float of 1 day. Okay, which are non-critical activities with the total float of 1 day. Now, this is the data. Now, after preparing the square network, we have to incorporate the crash time values against the normal time. So, I have written the crash time as usual against the normal time within a bracket in red color. Okay, these are the crash time values. So, 1, 2 from 4 days can be reduced to 3 days, meaning 1 day of crashing is possible. 2, 3 from 5 days can be reduced to 3 days. That means 2 days of crashing is possible. For 3, 4 also 2 days of crashing is possible. For 2, 4, 2 days. And for 1, 3, 3 days of crashing is possible. Okay. Right. Now we'll go proceed with the crashing process. So stage 1, what we have to do? We have to crash the critical activities. So which of the critical activities? We find that 3 critical activities are there. 1, 2, 2, 3 and 3, 4. Of these 3 critical activities, whichever is having the least cost slope has to be crashed first. That will incur minimum increase in cost. So we will go to the cost slope. So 1, 2, 2, 3 and 2, 3, 4. Okay. So cost slope for 1, 2 is 60. Then 2, 3 it is 25. 3, 4 it is 35. So 2, 3 has the least cost slope. Therefore, we will crash 2, 3 first. Now to find out how many days of crashing can be done for 2, 3, we have to look at the parallel non-critical activities. Now look at here. 2, 3 has got 2 parallel non-critical activities. 2, 3 on top has 2, 4 as one parallel activity, which has got a total parallel non-critical activity with a total float of 1 day. Similarly, 1, 3 also has a total float of 1 day, which is parallel to 2, 3. Okay. So, even though 2 days of crashing is possible for 2, 3, at one stroke, we cannot crash by 2 days because each of the parallel non-critical activities have only 1 day of total float. Therefore, we will proceed with crashing 2, 3 by just 1 day. Okay. So that these 2 non-critical activities will lose their total float and become critical in that process. So that is what we are going to do in the first stage of crashing. I have written it here. Activities 1, 2, 2, 3 and 3, 4 are critical. Activity 2, 3 is having the smallest cost slope and hence we'll crash that first. 2, 3 can be crashed by only 1 day even though 2 days of crashing is possible because the parallel non-critical activities have only total float of 1 day. Now we'll find out, therefore we are crashing 2, 3 only by 1 day first. Okay. So extra cost of crashing 2, 3 by 1 day is going to be cost slope of 2, 3 multiplied by 1 day of crashing. So cost slope of 2, 3, we saw already that it was 25 multiplied by 1 day gives you 25 days, 25 rupees, I'm sorry. So direct cost for, we have crashed it by 1 day. So from 14 days, it has become 13 days. So what is the direct cost for 13 days? It is equal to direct cost for 14 days plus extra cost of crashing by 1 day. So it's going to be direct cost for 14 days was 1160 plus extra cost of crashing by 1 day is 25 rupees. So it works out to be 1185. So this is the outcome of stage 1. Okay. Right. Now we'll go to stage 2. In stage 2, we have to proceed with the updated network. Okay. Unless we update the network, we cannot know what is the status or information to proceed with the crashing process. Okay. So we will go and update. We find that 2, 3 has been crashed by 1 day now, and the project duration is 13 days. Okay. And you see that all the 3 paths have become critical. That is, because of crashing activity 2, 3 by 1 day in the stage 1, 2, 4 and 1, 3 have also become critical because they've lost their total float. Now 3 paths are there and all the 3 paths are critical. I've listed the paths here. Path 1 is 1, 2, 4, the outermost path 1, 2, 4. Path 2 is 1, 2, 3, 4. Path 3 is 1, 3, 4. Okay. Now one thing we have to note here. Look at the first and second path. I've marked it here. First and second path has 1, 2 in common. Activity 1, 2 is common for first and second path. Similarly, 3, 4 is common for the second and third path. Okay. Second and third path. 3, 4 activity is common. So which I've encircled like this. Okay. So 1, 2 is common for first and second path. 3, 4 is common for second and third path. Okay. Right. So I've listed it here. All the 3 paths are critical. Hence, we have to go for combinations. All the 3 are critical. So we have to look at combinations and we have to retain all the 3 paths as critical till the end of the crashing process. Okay. Right. And I've written here that activity 1, 2 is common for first and the second path, and activity 3, 4 is common for second and third path. Okay. Right. Next, we'll move on to looking at combinations of activities. Okay. So I've repeated the list of paths here. Now, what combinations can we work out? Look at here. If I crash 1, 2 along first and second path, it will be common for first and second path. So I will take 1, 2 along first and second path. And then for that, in the third path, I will take 1, 3 as one combination. I'll repeat once again. Now, since all the 3 paths are critical, we have to retain them as critical. And one important thing to be noted in this problem is that in first and second path, we have one of the activity to be common for first and second. And similarly, in the second and third path, another activity 3, 4 is common across these 2 paths. Okay. Now, looking at combinations of activities in the paths, when I take the first path, if I take 1, 2, crash 1, 2 along the first path, it will be applicable for first and second together. So, if I crash 1, 2, it means I'm crashing activity along first and second path. Therefore, for this combination, I have to take another activity along the third path alone. So, third path, I can take 1, 3. Okay. So, the first combination would be crashing 1, 2 for the first and second and 1, 3 for the third. Okay. That is the first combination. Second combination would be, instead of taking 1, 2, I can take 2, 4 for the first path. Then I can take 2, 3 for the second path and 1, 3 for the third path. Okay. So this is the second combination. 2, 4 for the first path, 2, 3 for the second path and 1, 3 for the third path. Okay. This is the second combination. Third combination would be 2, 4 with 3, 4. So 2, 4 for the first path and 3, 4 for the second and third path because they are a common activity. That is a common activity for second and third path. So 2, 4 with 3, 4. So we have 3 combinations here. So for each of these combinations, we have to see what is the extra cost involved by crashing those activities in the combination and choose the combination whichever is having the lowest extra cost. Okay, so that is what we are going to do here. Okay, so let us go for the first combination. So first combination, we are taking activity 1, 2 and 1, 3. 1, 2 along first and second, along with that 1, 3 in the third path. Now, to find out by how many days I can crash each of these combinations. Okay, I will go and see the previous chart. Okay, so see here what is available. 1, 2 only has 1 day of crashing possibility. 2, 3 has 1 day crashing possibility. 3, 4 has 2 days crashing possibility. 2, 4 has 2 days crashing, and 1, 3 has 3 days crashing. So whatever I do, I should do uniformly for all the 3 paths so that they remain critical till the end of the crashing process. Okay, I'll repeat once again. So whatever, since there are parallel paths, whatever I do along one of the paths should be uniformly done for the next remaining path so that all the 3 paths will remain critical till the end of the crashing process. So look at here, since 1, 2 is having only 1 day, even though the other activities are having more than 1 day, I can crash only 1 day for each of the combinations. Okay, so that is how I decide how many days I have to go for crashing each combination. So the first combination I'll start with 1, 2 along first and second path with 1, 3 on the third path. So I will crash 1, 2 and 1, 3, which is the first combination, each by 1 day. So that is what I'm writing here. Combining 1, 2 and 1, 3 and crashing them each by 1 day. So what is the extra cost involved here? Extra cost is going to be cos slope of 1, 2 plus cos slope of 1, 3 multiplied by 1 day. That is, I'm crashing 1, 2, which is common for first and second, and 1, 3 in the third path. So 1, 2 each by 1 day I'm crashing. So 1, 2 into 1 day, cross slope of 1, 2 into 1 day plus cos slope of 1, 3 into 1 day. That's what I've written here, combined cos slope multiplied by 1 day. So it is cos slope of 1, 2 is 60 rupees plus cos slope of 1, 3 is 66.7. So multiplied by 1 day, it comes out to be 126.7. So this is the extra cost that will be incurred because of crashing this first combination. Now we'll go to the second combination. Second combination wherein instead of taking 1, 2 for the first and second path, if I take 2, 4, if I take 2, 4 along the first path, I will take 2, 3 along the second path and 1, 3 along the third path. Okay, so this is the second combination, 2, 4, 2, 3 and 1, 3, and crashing them by 1 day each. Okay, so if I do that, extra cost is going to be cos slope of 2, 4 plus cos slope of 2, 3 plus cos slope of 1, 3 multiplied by 1 day. Okay, so if I do that, I'm getting a combination, the extra cost to be 116.7 rupees. Okay, now you may wonder, why am I taking 3 activities here? This plays only 2 activities, but actually first combination I'm taking only 1 activity. 1, 2 itself is common for these 2 paths, therefore it will be applicable for both the paths. Okay, and then 1, 3 along the third path. So it is like 3 activities only. Okay, so 1, 2 will be a combined a common activity for first and second, and 1, 3 on the third path. Okay, second combination, each of the activities are unique. As you can see, instead of 1, 2, if I take 2, 4, I will have to take 1, 2, 3 along the second path and 1, 3 along the third path. So therefore 3 activities are coming, each of them are unique, and each of the activities will have to be crashed by 1 day, because first combination each we have crashed by 1 day. Okay, so for that we are incurring an extra cost of 116.7 rupees. Now third combination, what is that we are going to do? We will take 2, 4 with 3, 4. So 2, 4 is a unique activity along the first path, and 3, 4 is a common activity for second and third. So 2, 4 and 3, 4 we will combine together. Each we will crash by 1 day. So that is what is the third combination. So 2, 4 and 3, 4 is combined and crashed by 1 day each. So extra cost is going to be cos slope of 2, 4 plus cos slope of 3, 4 into 1 day. So it comes out to be 60 rupees. So we have 3 combinations for this stage. First combination is giving us 126.7. Second combination is giving us 116.7 extra cost. Third combination is giving us 60. So of all these 3, we find that the third combination, crashing 2, 4 and 3, 4 by 1 day each, will give us lowest increase in cost, lowest extra cost. Therefore, we will choose the third combination. And the direct cost associated, what happens now? We are reducing the project by 1 day. Therefore, from 13 days, it comes to 12 days now. So direct cost for 12 days of completion is going to be direct cost for 13 days plus extra cost of crashing by 1 day, which comes out to be 1,245 rupees. We'll stop here.